What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. What is it now? At last. Finally. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Now, Frostmourne. You will know endless for me. Tread lightly. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Finally. No one orders me around. What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? No one orders me around.
Welcome to our village.
Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more than at last. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Our allies' hero have been slain.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. At last. Finally. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. This is more like it. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it.
Greetings, friend.
What is it now? Finally. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. What is it now? Frostmourne
Our
hungers.
allied town is being attacked.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak,
Under
fool.
attack!
At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. You will know endless. I'll make sure you suffer. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. What is it now? No one orders me
Our
around.
allied hero has been
Right
slain.
away.
Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
Our allied town
Speak,
is being
fool.
attacked.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally.
Our allied town is being attacked.
At last. Finally. Tread lightly.
Our allies' hero has
What
been
is it now?
slain.
Your pain is legendary. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. At last. This is more like it. No one orders me around.
Our allied
hungers.
town is being
This is
attacked.
Frostmourne hungers.
We're under attack.
This is more like it.
Our allied hero has
At
been
last.
slain.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Our allied town is being
At
attacked.
last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it.
Our hero has been slain.
Point the way.
Our allied town is being attacked.
What is it now? Tread lightly. At last.
Our allied
Speak,
town is
fool.
being attacked.
No one orders me around. Finally. At last. Speak,
We're under
fool.
attack.
No one
Our
orders
allied
me
town
around.
is being attacked.
Speak, fool. Finally. At last. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne
Our
hungers.
allied town is being attacked.
At last. Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
We're under attack.
Speak, fool. Finally.
Our allied hero
No
has
one
been
orders
slain.
me around. This is more like it. Finally. At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Glory to the Scourge. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Our hero has been slain. Our allies' hero has been slain.
What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now?
Point the way.
Speak, fool. At last. This is more like it. I'll make sure you suffer. At last.
Point the way.
What is it now? No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. What is it now?
Our allies' hero
Tread
has been
lightly.
slain.
No one orders me around. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is being
What is it
attacked.
now? At last.
Our
Tread
allies'
lightly.
hero has been slain.
Point the way.
Speak, fool. What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. Speak,
Our
fool.
allied hero has been
Tread
slain.
lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. What is it now? Speak, fool.
Our allied town
This
is
is
being
more
attacked.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
We're under
Frostmourne
attack.
hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. No one orders
Our
me
allied
around.
town is being attacked.
Ah, at last. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Glory to the Scourge. Faithless coward. At last. Speak, fool.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is
No
being
one orders
attacked.
me around. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. At last. No one orders me around. Tread lightly.
Our
No one
allied
orders
town is
me
being
around.
attacked.
You will know endless torment. Frostmourne hungers. At
the way.
last. Finally. What is it now? Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. At last. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it? No one orders me around. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? This is more like it. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool. This is more like it. What is it now? Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Frostmourne
Our allied
hungers.
town is being attacked.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. What is it now? At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. What is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly.
Hello there.
What is it now? Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our allied town is
Frostmourne
being attacked.
hungers. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Our allied town is being attacked.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Tread lightly. Frostborn hunger. This is more like it. Now, Frostborn. At last. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. At last. Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
Our allied town is being attacked!
Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. At last. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool.
Our allied hero has been slain!
Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally.
Our allied town is being
Tread
attacked!
lightly. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
Our allied hero has been slain!
At last. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. What is it now? No one orders me around. At last. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. At last. Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Speak. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. You will know end.
Our allied hero has been slain!
This is more like it. Frostborn hungers.
Faithless coward!
At last. This is more like it. Tread lightly. At last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like
Our
it.
allied town is
No
being
one
attacked!
orders me around. Finally. Now, Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. At last. Oh, sure. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hunger. This is more like it.
Our allied hero has been slain!
No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Speak, fool.
Our allied
is it
town
now?
is being attacked!
Tread lightly. What is it now? At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. Finally. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. This is more like it.
Our allied
Finally.
town is being attacked!
This is more like it. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. You will know endless one. Now, finally. At last. This is more like
Our
it.
allied town is being
What
attacked!
is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers.
Our allies' hero has been slain!
Tread lightly. Finally. What is it now? No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. At last, Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. This is
We're under attack!
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. This is more. Finally, this is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Finally. Tread lightly. Speak, fool.
Welcome to our village.
No one orders me around. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. What is it now? Finally. At last. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne
Our allied
hungers.
town is being
This
attacked!
is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Our
At
allied
last.
hero has been slain!
Finally. At last. Speak, fool. Finally.
Our allied town is
at
being
last.
attacked! Our allied hero has been slain!
Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it. Finally. No one orders me around.
Our allied town is being
This is
attacked!
more like it. Tread
Our
lightly.
allied hero has been slain!
No one orders me around. Finally. This is more like it.
Our allied
last.
town is being attacked!
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Finally. At last. This is more like it. At last. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is being attacked!
At last.
Our allied
This
hero
is
has been slain!
glory to the scourge. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. At last. Finally.
Our hero has been slain! Our allies' hero has been slain! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
Point the way.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. What is it now? Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Frostmourne hungers.
Our hero has been slain. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
Speak, fool. What is it now? Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our allied hero has been slain!
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our allied town is being attacked!
This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it.
Our allied
Frostmourne
hero has been slain!
hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our hero has been slain! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
What is it now? This is more like it. No one. What is it? Frostmourne
Our
hungers.
allied hero has been slain! Our allied town is being attacked!
Speak, fool. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. At last. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Finally. Frostborn hungers.
Our allied hero has been
This is
slain.
more like it.
Our allied town is being attacked.
What is it now? No one orders me around. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it now? No one orders me around. What is it now?
Our allied hero has been
Speak.
slain.
Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally.
Our allied town is being attacked.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. You will know everything. This is more like it. At last.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Frostborn hungers. At last. Your pain shall be legendary. At last. What is it now?
Our allied town is being
No one
attacked.
orders me around. Speak, fool. Endless torment. This is more like it.
Our allied
No
hero
one
has been
orders me
slain.
At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more
Our allied hero has been slain.
finally.
Point the way.
Speak, fool. At last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers.
Our hero has been slain. Our allied town is being attacked.
One orders me around. At last. What is it now?
Our allied hero
Lightly.
has been slain.
Fool. What is it? Frostborn hungers. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is one. At
Our
last.
allied town is being
Frostborn
attacked.
hungers.
Our allied hero has been slain.
This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers.
Hello
No
there.
one orders me around. Finally. Frostborn hungers.
hero has our allies being attacked. Slain. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being
Tread
attacked!
lightly. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Finally, Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last.
Our allied
This
town is being attacked! Hero has been slain!
This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Frostborn hungers.
Our allies' hero has been slain!
What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around. At last. This is finally.
Our allied town is being attacked!
This is what is it? Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. What is it now? No one. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally. At last. This is more like
Our
it.
allied town is being attacked!
Finally. At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is
Our
more
allied
like
town
it.
is being attacked!
Finally. This is Frostborn hungers. At last.
Our hero has been slain! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allies' hero has been slain! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
Tread lightly. What is it now? No one orders me. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. This is more like
Our allied town is being attacked!
at last. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. At last. This is more like
Our
it.
allies' hero has been slain.
Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is
at
being
last.
attacked.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around. Speak, fool.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Tread lightly. Speak. Tread lightly.
Our allies' hero has been slain.
Speak, fool. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is being
At
attacked.
last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. At last. Finally. This is more like it.
Our
Tread
allied
lightly.
town is being attacked.
No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like
Our
it.
allied town is
Speak.
being attacked.
Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. At last.
Our allied town is being attacked. Our hero has been slain. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allies' hero has been slain. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allies' hero has been slain. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allied town is being attacked.
What is it now?
Our allied town is
Frostmourne
being attacked.
hungers. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it.
Our allied town is being attacked!
Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Finally.
Our allied town is
This
being
is more
attacked!
Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Ah,
Our
at
allied town
last.
is being attacked!
This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Glorious stir. Frostmourne hunger. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostmourne
Our allied
hunger.
hero has been
Speak,
slain!
fool. Ah, at last.
Our allied hero has been slain!
Frostmourne hungers.
Our hero has been slain! Our allies' hero has been slain! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
One orders me around. Ah, at last. Tread
Our
lightly.
allies' hero has
What
been
is it
slain!
now?
Our allied town is being attacked!
Frostmourne hungers. This is more. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at
Our
last.
allied hero has
This
been
is more.
slain!
Frostmourne hungers. This is more. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more
Our
like
allied
it.
town is being
Frostmourne
attacked!
hungers. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Finally. Speak, fool.
Our
No one
allied
orders
town is
me
being
around.
attacked!
Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Speak, fool. What is it now? No one orders
Our
me
allies'
around.
hero has been slain!
Speak, fool.
Our
What
allied
is
town
it
is
now?
being attacked!
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Fake coward. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is
Finally.
being attacked!
This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it.
Our allied town is being attacked!
No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. This is more
Our
like
allied
it.
town is being
We're
attacked.
glitched. At last. At last. Glory to the Scourge.
Our allied town is being attacked. Our hero has been slain. Our allies' hero has been slain. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allied town is being attacked. Our allied town is being attacked.
What is it now? Frostmourne
Our allied
hungers.
town is being attacked.
Speak. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Tread lightly. What is it now? At last. Tread lightly. Finally. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Our
At
allied
last.
town is being attacked.
Finally. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool.
Our allied town is being
Frostmourne
attacked.
hungers. Tread lightly. At last. Finally.
Our
Frostmourne
allied town is
hungers.
being attacked.
This is more like it. Finally. At
Welcome
last.
to our village.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? At last. Finally. At last.
Our
Frostmourne
allied town
hungers.
is being attacked.
Finally. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. At
Our
last.
allied town is
This
being
is
attacked.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is
Our allied town is being attacked.
at last. Speak, fool. This is more like it. At last. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. No one orders me around.
Our allied town is being attacked.
What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our allied hero has been slain.
At last.
Our allied tower is being attacked. allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
Tread lightly. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. This is more. Speak, fool.
Our allied
at
town
last.
is being attacked!
Frostborn hungers. This is more like
Our allies' heroes have been slain!
Frostborn hungers. At last. Finally.
Our allied town is being attacked!
Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. Finally. At last. This is more like it.
Our allied town is being
Frostborn
attacked! Under
hungers.
attack!
What is it now? This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. No one. This is more like it. What is it now? At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally.
Our allied town is being attacked!
At last. Finally. This is more
Our hero! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked! Our allied town is being attacked!
The night beckons. You thought of that? Greetings. Agreed. Greetings.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings. What, mortal? You thought of that? I must hunt soon. What is it now? I must hunt soon. Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. Very well. Death rages. You thought of that? What is it now? What, mortal? Agreed. Very well. Die. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan.
Hello there.
What is it now? You thought of that? Very well. You thought of that? Death rages. Very well. Die.
We're
I must
under
hunt
attack!
soon. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. That was my plan. Agreed. I hunger. You thought of that?
Greetings, friend.
What is it now? What more? Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? Very well. What is it now? What, mortal? What is it now? Greetings. That was my plan. Agreed. I hunger. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed. You thought of that? Agreed.
Our allied town is
Very
being
well.
attacked!
You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. Agreed. You thought of that? Very well. That was my plan. Agreed. Death rages. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. What is it now? Very well. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan. Very well. You thought of that? Die. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed.